Hello. Can you hear me?
Hello there. How you doing today?
I'm doing okay. It already popped into record. I got to figure this thing out. I'd really rather be able to start the recording, so I'm gonna have to adjust my settings.
Oh, you're fine. I'm just here for the day.
Look at that wall.
I know it's jam packed back there.
Are they all yours?
They are all mine. Yes, I got quite a good arrangement, I would say.
So have you been playing since you were like two?
Yes, well, pretty much. It feels like it since I come out of the womb. But I started playing guitar when I was 6, and moved on to other instruments too. I can play just about whatever I want to is what I want to get to. So only thing I haven't got down is the fiddle. I can't play that song. I'm gonna save my life, but no frets. So
Well, mandolin's not easy either.
no, it ain't easy.
Am I seeing a banjo?
I know I don't play banjo either.
Okay, so I found two. What is that little teeny? It's a little teeny guitar, but
It's a ukulele like Telecaster looking.
Oh, that's adorable. I want one.
I know. I did a little post whenever a while back, and I said my Telecaster, I put it in the washing machine. It stayed in there too long. So
That's cute. That's adorable. I love that. I love mini little instruments. I think they're the greatest little thing. And I'm also 5'1". Now you're like 6'3", so I can't even imagine you holding that. That's like holding like a miniature, right? Let me see your hands.
They're pretty large.
That's what I mean. That must be so wow.
It is a little. It does cramp my hands up a little bit, but it's a lot of fun to play.
I would say that would have to be difficult. So everybody, this is Alex Miller.
Well,
My
hello.
name is Donna. In case, well, I'm sure Martha told you, but I'm Donna. So hello, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you as well.
Okay, so I guess we're going to start off with anybody that watches American Idol knows that you were in season 19.
I was.
So
that was a lot of fun.
Tell me about your experience with American Idol.
Well, I sure will. It kind of was a whim type thing for me to even get on the show. I was 17, just about to get out of high school, and asked my mom. I said, "Now, Mama, I'm not big on school. I think education is great, but I was one that was ready to just get out of school." And I said, "I want to do music full time." And she said, "Well, son, that's a hard thing to get into, and not a lot of folks when they get into it go very far." And I knew that going in, but I still wanted to do it. So we kind of got into it a little bit, really. And she said, "Well, I'll do one thing for her." So what's that? She said, "I'll sign you up for American Idol." And so I said, "Well, okay, I'll do it. We'll see what happens." I never thought I'd go on the show. So I got on a Zoom call, much like this, and started singing for one of the producers, and they seemed to really like me. And they sent me on to another producer, and they seemed to like me too. And finally, I went through 3 or 4 of those producers for the show, and they said, "Well, how would you like to come out to San Diego, California?"
Wow.
And I said, "I will be there whenever you need me." And so they flew us out, and the rest is history, I guess you could say.
Right. Now, being under 18, did your mother have to legally be the one to sign you up for it?
Yes. So that was an interesting process, but a lot of paperwork, but I was a minor, and there was a lot of kids like me on the show, younger than 18. So if you're over 18, you can do it by yourself, but I was 17 at the time. And that was a definitely interesting thing, but it was nice because they wouldn't work us as hard as they would the adults. So.
Right. I thought it was 16, but I guess not. I mean, some states it might be, maybe some states, maybe not. They might go by like a national rule. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, and being the legal age 18, maybe the whole voting thing, the whole joining the armed services thing,
I think that's where it comes from. I don't know.
Right. So is this going to be your first CRS?
It will be. And I'm excited to say that it will. Martha, my publicist, signed me up for it and told me that it was a great thing for me to try to do. And it's going to be nice to get to meet the media folks that make us who we are as an artist. And I'm so excited to be coming this year.
Right. It's very fast paced. I mean, before COVID, I attended several. It's so fast paced that I decided to do my interviews this way instead, so I can have some quiet one-on-one time with the artist. And then all of the interviews will be published like the week of CRS, rather than I found when I attend and I'm doing these interviews, and you're there 3-4 days doing interviews. And by the time everything gets printed up and published, it's weeks after CRS.
I've heard that it does take a little bit of time, but I've been waiting 18 years. I think I can wait just a little longer.
Yeah. Well, you're gonna have a great time. I mean, it's full of energy. It's a great energy. So you're gonna really enjoy that. You're gonna enjoy networking, meeting other people. It's gonna be a lot of fun for you. Okay,
Yes,
so
it
you
will.
have a single dropping
I
on
do. Yes,
February 11th, Through With You. Tell me about it.
I sure will. So this is a little song that I actually wrote before, well, after I got off American Idol. The judges on the show, or told me to, I do a lot of traditional country, and that's kind of where I like to stay. And the judges on the show, pressed me to challenge myself a little bit. So when I got home, I wrote this little song, and originally it was titled "She Said We're Through." And whenever I first come and started doing some songwriting stuff in town, one of the first guys I got to write with, I wrote with him earlier last month. It was Mr. Jerry Salley. And this was one of the first songs I brought to him. And he liked it. And he said, I think we can really make something good out of it. So we got and rewrite it and everything. And it turned out Through With You. And the basis for this song is, a lot of people go through a lot of things in a relationship. And one of them sometimes is, things don't work out. And that's kind of how this song comes out. I got a great music video coming with it as well. And it goes a little more in detail as far as relationships and how messed up things can be sometimes, and how as a couple or as a spouse or anything, how you go about trying to fix it, and what can go wrong, what can go right.
Okay, so have you shot the music video yet?
Yes, I did that last week. Yeah, so we got the videos all squared away, and I'm super excited for it.
Where did you shoot it?
We shot it last, I think it was last Monday and Tuesday. Yeah, everything goes fast for me. I can't remember where I'm at.
No, I mean, was it in Kentucky or Nashville?
Oh, we shot it in Nashville, Tennessee, out by Old Hickory Lake. So it was a lot of fun going out there and doing that. Beautiful.
Wasn't it cold?
No, I tell you what, we caught it pretty good last week. It wasn't too bad. It was in the 60s there one day, which was nice to be filming.
Oh, that's perfect temperatures for shooting a music video. I mean, can you imagine trying to shoot one when it's 100 degrees?
Oh my goodness, I couldn't imagine it. It'd be a lot hotter, I will say.
Yeah, and it's harder. It's really hard to shoot if it's really cold or if it's really hot. So between 60 and say 80 is maybe even getting a little too hot, depending on like what you're trying to wear, what the music video is about. I mean, if you're doing a Christmas theme, then you're going to want it to be cold. You're going to want it to be snowing.
Great then.
But I can't wait to hear it. I really can't. So it's dropping February 11th.
Yes.
Will you be showcasing it at CRS?
I don't know exactly if I'll be showcasing at CRS, but we're definitely going to be there promoting the single. I am doing a kind of a low profile showcase in Nashville next Wednesday. So I'm looking forward to that. And it's going to be kind of a single release type deal. So yes.
Yeah. What venue are you doing that at?
Well, we're thinking about going to AJ's Bar and doing it up on the top floor there. So
very cool.
Yeah. So neat place to do it.
Oh, a lot of fun. Okay, so I was just watching "Don't Let the Barn Door Hit Ya." I was just watching that music video, and I had a couple of questions about that. Okay. So where did you film that? Because you're in a bar and you're well, I guess you were 17 when you released this.
Yes, I was. No, I was 18 then. That was last September. So that was an interesting video in itself. So we filmed that in Kentucky on my granddad's farm.
Oh, I saw the farm and I said, I bet you it's a family farm. I love that.
Yes. And let me tell you, we had to do a lot of cleaning to get that barn in that good of shape. I mean, Granddaddy had buckets thrown everywhere and oil spilled here and this, that, and the other. So we put on a full-on, sweep team and picked her all up and everything. He's still trying to find stuff we put away. But a lot of fun. And, we had a good time filming that video. Miss Maria Montgomery, who was in the video, she was a former Miss Kentucky. She's also in this new video too. So it was nice to bring her back, and her boyfriend's actually in this new one as well. And some great chemistry between the two.
I was going to say, you keep putting her in videos and rumors are going to start flying.
I know, but
bring a boyfriend in.
Yeah, that helps. But no, she's a sweet girl, and I sure do appreciate her being in the Alex Miller production of music videos.
Oh, are you producing these yourself?
Actually, it's me and a guy named Steve Kenny. Now, Steve Kenny is really the mastermind behind it, but I'm his on-set consultant, I guess you could say. And he's put together a lot of things and does great work. And truly honored that he's signed on to be the director for this next video too.
Right. Well, you've put a team. You're surrounding yourself by a good team, right?
You know, that's what I was always told as a kid. I played little league baseball, and I wasn't no count, but it doesn't really matter if you're the best pitcher or best hitter in the world. If you ain't got people behind you, then what good's a team? So that's been the goal after the show, is to put together a good lineup of folks that know what they're doing and believe in me. And so far, I'm doing a really good job of that.
Talk to me about your fan base.
I sure will. So it's a weird fan base. I'm gonna be honest with you. I love everybody that loves me, and I've never met a stranger and don't ever intend to. And so I got a very large following on Facebook, but also on the flip side, I got a large following on TikTok. So I'm hitting a lot of the I would say the senior audiences, and I'm hitting a lot of the younger audiences as well. And it's an interesting thing. Never thought I would be on TikTok ever in my life, but you know, I've had a lot of fun on there, and have a lot of fun on Facebook too. And both places I've found loyal fans.
TikTok has launched a few careers.
Yes, it has. Yes, it has, and it certainly has helped mine. It's interesting now when I go out and go out to eat or something like that. Folks will come up to me and we'll take a picture and say howdy, and I love it. But it's interesting, you know. Whenever I got off the show, it was like, well, we really enjoyed watching you on American Idol. And now I got people coming up to me and saying, well, we really do enjoy watching your TikTok videos. So it's interesting how that has happened. I would have never guessed that.
Mm-hmm. And it's good to be out there. And, you know, because you are a more traditional country artist, you're going to have older fans.
Oh, yeah. And listen, my grandparents are some of the best people on earth. And I've been raised around folks like them. And I think there's a lot to learn from the generations that come before you. And they can't fix your future if you don't know what happened, you know, wrong in the past.
That's right.
That's I get a lot of wise words and a lot of good songs out of older folks for sure.
Well, you're very bright. I'm loving what you're saying. And you have a really great attitude, and that will take you a long way.
Well,
and to respect the past and all of that. It's a great thing. Okay, so I understand you're also working on an album.
Yes, we are. I'm super excited for this. One, because I'll get to go out and play some of these songs I've had for a long time. And you know, this album is something I've been working on my whole life up to this point, truthfully. And it's nice to be able to finally get that out to folks that want to hear it. There's all the songs on there. 6 of them were ones that I'd come up with, and one of them we're redoing the first one I released. I'm Over Used to Get Over Me, and there's a few other great titles. I can't give them away, they're so good. Mm-hmm. So but some really good stuff. And the title of the album is Miller Time. So I didn't know what else to title it.
Oh, I love it. That's perfect. That's perfect. And now that you're over 18, you can do that. Although what is the drinking age in Kentucky?
It's 21 up here, but yeah, okay. I don't know nothing about no liquor. I'll say that much.
No, okay. Well, but I mean, Miller Time, I mean, that's going to stick in people's heads. So that's a great title. That is actually a great title. That was smart. That was very smart. I was one of the other follow-up questions was, how far along are you with the album? So you're redoing one song.
Yes.
And then when that's over, have you done all the recordings in Nashville, or do you have somewhere local you like to record?
I actually went out and recorded at Chris Latham's studio out in, I think that's Goodlettsville we was at.
Right.
And it's in his house, but it's a great studio. And it seems like a lot of great studios are in people's houses.
Right.
And this was recorded about as far away from Nashville as you could get, as far as surrounding area. And it was nice to do some traditional country music. And the next single is going to be a little more modern sounding song. So in this album, I think we got a really good mix of stuff.
Okay, so you have traditional, and you've got some. You have any country rock on it, would you say?
Yes, I would definitely say some country rock stuff's on there for sure. Now this next single is more of it's just its own animal. That's all I know how to describe it. You know, sometimes there's lions and sometimes there's tigers. But this one's a bear. So I think this one speaks for itself.
Well, I'm looking forward to hearing that as well. Is there anything? Well, okay, so people are going to be able to get your music at all of the digital download type of places, right?
Right.
Is there, do you have a favorite as far as where people can get your music?
You know, as far as places I like the most, I personally use a thing called Napster. But as far as folks going out and listening to music, one of the best places to do that is Spotify. I think that is the leading streaming platform there is,
Service,
and it speaks a lot about what the music industry is.
What's interesting too is that there was a time, well, before there was a Spotify, the only place that people went for music really was iTunes and Apple, you know,
Right.
And it's kind of like Spotify's kind of pushed them aside. It's kind of weird how that they were able to monopolize, that platform. I know Napster, and they've been around a very long time.
Yes.
And I like them too. So, you can say to your audience, check out Napster, it's my favorite. You can say that. There's nothing wrong with you saying that. And of course, they'll be able to stream it on Spotify. All of your music videos, of course, will be on YouTube. And
it's on YouTube, yeah.
And do you also have a Vimeo or the other like YouTube channel?
I don't know if I don't think I do. I think I'm just on YouTube right now, which is
right.
It's a great platform, I think, for music videos and getting yourselves out there. There's been a lot of people discovered on there too, and it's a cool platform. I watch a lot of YouTube stuff and learn how to pick up some licks from some other great guitar players too.
Do you really?
Oh yeah, YouTube's a great place to find out what other folks are doing, and it's a great place to find other types of music that I wouldn't normally listen to. Like YouTube turned me on to like listening to like Kiss and that kind of stuff. It's like, man, those are the guys look pretty cool. And I knew who Kiss was, don't get me wrong, but I was like, I had never really seen them live like in a show. And they had a few videos in there I watched. And it's like, man, that's some neat stuff. So it does do a lot of different things. And I think it's good to broaden your horizons. I love traditional country music, but I like a lot of other things too. Right.
Do you have a specific with all these guitars that I'm looking at, do you have a specific brand that is your favorite?
Oh man,
I know it's like
that. You don't make me do this.
I know. Okay. Well, when you get older and get married and have children, it's like asking you, or being a songwriter, it's like asking you what's your favorite.
Or what's your favorite song you've written?
Yes.
I got you. So I'll just show it to you. I have two. As far as an acoustic guitar, this is my baby. This is a Martin D18. This is what I take on the road with me.
Right.
It's been everywhere from New York City to Washington State. And I tell you the reason I bought it. D18 Martins was something I've always wanted as a kid. Was a Martin guitar. That's what drove me to playing guitar. Was seeing those old pictures of the old opera stars with their big old Martin dreadnoughts. And I wanted one ever since I was a kid. But I played Epiphone a long time and played. I had a little Fender acoustic I played for a long time as well. But a couple years ago, I made my mind up I was going to get me a Martin. And this is the one I chose. It's a D18 electric. And what I love about it is whenever the battery goes bad, the pickup's right here in the back. So all I got to do is pop that little thing up, and my battery's right there, and I can switch it out without having to take a cable out, which is a godsend for up on stage and stuff. So that's my favorite. I would say my favorite acoustic. Now, my favorite electric is actually sitting right here. This is a 52 Fender reissue. It's a 2002 or so. And it's one of my favorite electric guitars. I love it to death. I played it earlier today, actually.
A year before you were born.
Yeah, that's neat. I wish I had one that's from 2003. That way
you'll have to find one. You'll have to find one, and it may become like your favorite of all time because it was born the same year that you were. I mean, that's pretty cool.
I've thought about that. I've always wanted one from the year I was born, just so we could age together type deal.
Yeah. But, you may want to do that.
I'm satisfied with this one from 2018, so I'll take it, no problem at all.
Yeah, but you may want to do that, and that could be one of your little things from stage too. this guitar was, made the same year I was made.
That's a good idea. I might have to, I don't know, I'll have to dig in my pockets, get me a Martin from then.
You may be able to find one like on Craigslist, or you might even want to put up like a wanted,
Maybe I
a
should.
2003